Hi, this is Jeremy. This is my week 11 video. The article that I decided to do has to do with California overtime rules and what they've changed in the past year and what are the requirements to get overtime and what happens to your pay rate when you do get overtime. So, California overtime law requires employers to pay eligible employees twice the rate of pay when those employees have worked more than 12 hours in a workday or more than 8 hours on their seventh consecutive day of work. So, with that being said, what are the requirements? So, you have to be 18 of age and or you have to be 16 and legally allowed to leave school for work. How does California overtime work? Well, 1.5 times the hourly rate for work over 8 hours in a workday and 40 hours in a work week. California and its overtime rules are a lot different than what they do in Ohio. If you work 8 hours, more than 8 hours a day in California, that's considered overtime. As if you work more than 40 hours in Ohio, that's considered work time. So a lot of things get differently. They get paid differently. And the reason I chose this article really explains as if a fire department in California gets paid more than a fire department in Ohio gets paid. So if you work a 12-hour shift as just a part-time firefighter, you get paid double the amount that you would get paid for 4 hours. And that's a really big jump in your check. That could supply you a lot more things that you need and would want. Um, and a normal firefighter works 24 hours, which is triple the amount of overtime in one day. So that could be a really big jump in your paycheck. So I talked to my mentor about this, and he was just explaining to me how, if this was going on in Ohio, there would be a lot more people wanting to be firefighters and would interest them just because of the pay. And usually kids nowadays are looking for, you know, what, how much money is this job? How much can I get out of it? And not a lot of kids are really wanting to work. But when they hear money, they jump to it and they definitely want to be a part of it. And so the article is really straightforward. It just talks about how California pays their employees compared to how we pay our employees. And I found the article really interesting. Um, if you do too, please comment below and I will reply as fast as I can.